Good morning students. So I hope you all are well, and in our yesterday's topic we have discussed about interconversion of different states of matter, that how solid changes to liquid and how the liquid changes to gases. So now we will move to our new topic, that is solution. And a solution is formed when two or more substances are mixed together in such a way that they are evenly distributed. For example, if we add sugar or salt in water, after dissolving the sugar and salt in water, the taste of water is equal. The saltness will be equal at every point of water, at every direction, whereas in sugar water also the taste of water or the sweetness of water is equal if we take the water from the upper side or from the bottom side. So what happens when the solution is formed? When the solution is formed, for example, if we add the sugar, the particles of the sugar break down into small pieces, and in the previous chapter or in the previous topic we have discussed that there is more intercellular or more intermolecular spaces between the particles of water or in the liquid. So the intermolecular spaces between the liquids is occupied by the small particles of the sugar. For example, the particle which is dissolved in water, the two components are there, solute plus solvent form the solution. And in case of sugar solution, the sugar is the solute and water is the solvent. The smaller portion of the solution is known as the solute, whereas the larger portion of the solution is known as solvent. Then this sugar plus water forms our sugar solution. Similarly, if we add salt in water, salt plus water, then what will be formed? It will form salt water. It will form salt solution. So in this salt solution, this salt is the solute because it is the small component or the smaller one, whereas the water is the solvent, and this salt solution is known as solution. So what happens when this solute is added to the water or to the solvent? It breaks down into small particles and it occupies the intermolecular spaces which is available in this solvent or in water, which is the liquid state of matter, and the intermolecular spaces between this liquid is more than the solids and Then after that, miscible and immiscible liquids. For example, if we add or we mix two liquids, for example water and milk, can we identify how much water is added to it or how much milk is added to it? No, we cannot. So these are known as miscible liquids. When two liquids are mixed into each other and we cannot separate them out, this is known as miscible liquids. And when immiscible liquids are those liquids when two liquids are mixed into each other and they do not mix completely. For example, a layer is formed. If we add oil in water, the oil completely did not dissolve in water. It forms a layer over it. For example, इस तरह से it forms a layer. It is oil and it is water. The oil will float over the water. It do not completely mix into the water. So this is known as immiscible liquids. And miscible liquids, when the liquids get completely mixed into each other and we cannot separate them out, is known as miscible liquids. So the examples of miscible liquids are oil, water, milk. Second, immiscible liquids का example oil and water. You can also do this activity at your home. You can take some oil and water, and if you add this oil and water After some time you will notice that the oil will float over the water, it do not completely mix into the water. Or if you see a vegetable, liquid vegetable, you see that the oil is floating over the water in a liquid vegetable. So after this there are some gases also that mix into the water. For example, in seas and in rivers the oxygen gas is mixed into the water because the aquatic animals and the plants take up the oxygen dissolved in water. Similarly, the cold drinks that you drink, that you are very used to drink, in this cold drinks, the CO2 gas, which gas? CO2, which is also known as carbon dioxide gas. Carbon dioxide gas is added in your cold drinks to make a fizz. Now in this topic we have discussed solution. A solution is formed when two or more substances are mixed together in such a way that they are evenly distributed, that the sweetness and the saltness of the solution will remain equal uniformly at every point, at the upper side or at the bottom side also. Then solid is the smaller component of the solution and solvent is the larger component of the solution. And we can also say in a sugar solution, sugar is the solute and water जो होता है वो कहलाता है solvent, and sugar and water combine होके बनाते हैं sugar solution. Similarly, salt and water combine to form salt solution, and in this salt is the solute and water is the solvent. Then miscible and the immiscible liquids. Miscible liquids are those liquids जो mix हो जाते हैं और उनको हम separate out नहीं कर सकते. For example, milk and water, juice and water. Then immiscible liquids are those liquids that do not mix into each other completely. For example, they forms a layer over it. If we add oil in water, it forms a layer. ऊपर layer बना लेता है, वो completely water में dissolve नहीं होता है. Then next is some gases also dissolve in water. For example, in seas, rivers, or for the aquatic animals and the plants, like oxygen and the CO2 gas dissolve in water, which helps the liquid or aquatic plants to breathe. Whereas CO2 gas or the carbon dioxide gas is dissolved in cold drinks to make a fizz. So this is your chapter all about. Thank you and have a nice day.